Crypto is dumping, but here's what I'm doing. So on this channel, we look at the charts. We don't get too worried about the mainstream news, world events. We keep our eyes on the ball, on the charts, and that includes technical analysis and astrology. We'll get into that a little bit later. But take a look at this. We got a pretty big dump today, all the way down. I mean, if we go to the 4-hour, you know, we dumped all the way down to 102. We got below 103,000. I'm seeing potential support levels around, 103. So we already hit that. 103. Then again at, you could say 100 is a potential other support. And then below that, it could get down. I mean, if we continue down, 98, but could get down to 96. And then even below that, it could get to 93. We don't want to go below 93. We could get a wick down there. Actually, we do have the 21 SMA line there. But yeah, we definitely don't want to go too below 103. Okay. And altcoins are getting some dumps as well. If we look at the exchange volume, it's going up a little bit, and we have potentially an over balance in shorts. So a lot of shorts, but we are already seeing a bit of a recovery here, at least in the short term. So could be a V-shaped recovery. But let's take a look at what I was saying in my astrology report for June. Let's take a look at it here. Actually, I do got to make sure the sound is. And as we review this, we'll see that I was predicting that June's going to have a lot of volatility, and we are certainly getting that. But let's look a little bit more at the details here. Interesting, Jupiter is finally ingressing into Cancer from Gemini. And it's also going to be conjunct Mercury, the planet of trading. So perhaps it could be good for crypto. But the really interesting thing, though, is the last time Jupiter ingressed into Cancer was 2013, way back when most of us didn't even know or never even heard of Bitcoin or thought it was a very strange thing and didn't understand it. So last time in 2013, that was around the time the Bitcoin market bottomed. And then we actually got a big run. So could we be... Well, I mean, Bitcoin just surpassed the previous all-time high, so it doesn't look like we're heading towards a market bottom, but perhaps we could get a local bottom if we're still in a bull run here. Could we get another buying opportunity? June 9th, we're getting Saturn squaring Mercury, making a hard square. So it looks like we could be getting a local market bottom potentially coming up here. But as I'm sharing in this video, we also have a few more transits to get through here. You know, June 9th and June 10th, a couple negatives there. And June 15th, we do have Saturn squaring Jupiter, but this is the third and final pass, which could flip bullish, actually, because Saturn square Jupiter has potentially brought a downward pressure to the markets, and perhaps that's why we haven't gotten a full-blown altcoin run yet. And then this third and final pass, it could potentially release that pressure, as Saturn can bring big contractions, especially with a hard aspect square to Jupiter. Jupiter now switching signs into Cancer can bring some more positive momentum, and it certainly can bring a big market shift. So what are we shifting into? It could be, could it, could it, could it, I dare say, could it be an altcoin run? It's possible, but we'll have to wait and see. June 15th, we do have Uranus squaring Mars, a slight negative there. And then if we look further into the specific, so this is the basic astrology, but if we go specifically and look at the Bitcoin astrology in June, June 16th, we still have Jupiter opposing the Bitcoin Pluto. This marked a low in 2013. So there could be a bit more downside to go. So I did buy some crypto today. So I did buy, I believe, some Sui, a little bit of Cardano. I should comment below if you want me to come up with a Cardano video, because I saw some really interesting things in the astrology that could signal some possible bullish momentum. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to cover Cardano. Um, so this June 16th, yeah, there's definitely a chance. It's not guaranteed. There's a chance that we could get another move down for Bitcoin, which would really continue to bring downward pressure to the altcoins. We'll have to see though. But like I said, I did buy some more today. Now I have about 7% cash. So I've been moving, I've been dollar cost averaging, I've been buying in a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more in the past couple months, really. But we're definitely hitting some of my price targets. So I will continue to buy on continued weakness. If we can continue to get weakness in the charts in the crypto over the coming weekend, I'll continue to buy a little bit more. All right, but I'll keep you guys updated. Now, if we look at the daily exchange volume, it's starting to go up a little bit. If we zoom in here, daily exchange volume is starting to go up there slightly. Nothing to get super excited about, but starting to show some strength. The only problem is it's showing strength on, a dump. It could be that this is a good buying opportunity. So, but man, I said that June astrology would be very volatile, and that's exactly what we're getting. All right, I also want to take a look at the Bitcoin dominance. And I mean, look at this interesting pattern here. So we're kind of moving up here, and we're getting higher lows and higher highs, kind of creating this formation here. We're just kind of bouncing in this channel. And so we'll see, is it going to break out or is it going to break down? And I'm leaning towards a breakdown, but I'm a little bit biased because I'm rooting for an altcoin run. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. And if we look at the weekly scale, if we want to look for hints in the RSI, stochastic RSI, we look at the RSI. Still, we haven't gotten a confirmation, but if we dump down here, then that's going to show momentum going the other direction. Bitcoin's going to weaken and we'll get an altcoin run. That's what happened a long time ago. If we look all the way back here in 2017, that was a long time ago. This was, I'm thinking we could be potentially in an area like this. And if we dump down, that was exactly when crypto went on a mega run, especially altcoins went on a huge run. All right, so that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm leaning towards. And see if we have any hints with the stochastic RSI. Still not getting any major hints, but we're showing some strength. But if this falls back down, then that means big altcoin run. All right, so we'll be keeping our eyes very close to that. Definitely subscribe if you want to hear updates on this technical analysis and the astrology. And we look at the USDT chart. This is the dominance of USDT, Tether. And so when Tether dominance goes up, then crypto goes down. When Tether dominance goes down, then we could go up for crypto. And interesting that we've been hanging around this area, this kind of yellow box here, which is a critical area. And it also has all these moving averages, the 50-day, the 200-day moving averages, and the 21 SMA. And if we get rejected off this area, that will be very bullish because we would reject off this 21 simple moving average, and that can that's a critical level. So what I mean is this yellow line right here, and we are starting to see some weakness there. So if we dump from here, if we start to go down like this and we continue down, that will be extremely good for Bitcoin and the altcoins. Like we could be happy, that could be coming soon, this month, the next month. We will see. We got to remain patient, stay hopeful, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. All right, so that's why I still have a little bit more cash in case we go a little bit lower. But if we just head up from here, I'm pretty good with that too, because I have enough in the market. All right, let's see. Now we can also take a look a little bit deeper. Well, I was looking at Cardano. Shout out to Cardano. Let me know if you want to come in a video with that about Cardano. But yeah, the Bitcoin astrology. I mean, we could see a little bit more weakness on the 17th. We'll see about that. This is a wild card. We're not really certain how Saturn's squaring the Bitcoin Pluto will be, but it brings a lot of transformation potentially, which is it could have a correction like we're already getting. So we'll see if it heads down below 100K for Bitcoin, and that would definitely hurt altcoins in the short term. But then after that, I'm feeling more optimistic as we're getting this Uranus trining the Bitcoin Jupiter on the 28th, which is quite positive. That could actually be very bullish. Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see here, guys. All right, but definitely hitting some of my price targets, so I'm happy about that. We'll just have to wait and see if we can get out of the woods here and continue upwards. All right, let me know what cryptos you'd like me to cover in the upcoming videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks everybody for watching. Peace.